Top 7 SIDEMEN competitions to inspire anyone. Today's world is bombarded with a lot of negativities. Pandemic here, crisis there, people's rants on the left, nasty politics on the right. Oh my. But fortunately, out of the negatives flooding everywhere, especially in the web and social media, some enlightened men, well, hilariously enlightened men, decided to bring light, hope, and a large dose of craziness on the web by providing fun, inspiring, and hilarious videos that never fail to provide fun and enjoyment to its viewers. No doubt that these are one of the things that people need right now, a reason to roll on the floor laughing again. With the goal of providing smiles on millions of viewers all over the world, these enlightened men decided to create a group called Buddhist Anonymous. Oh wait, that was quite a heavy one. What we mean is, they formed a group called SIDEMEN. Though too far from the revered enlightened Buddha, this hilarious group had definitely lightened up the moods of millions of people all over the world because of their great and fun videos. The men behind SIDEMEN are JJ Olatunji, Simon Minter, Josh Bradley, Toby Brown, Ethan Payne, Vic Barn, and Harry Lewis, who are all working together to continuously churn out great videos to entertain their million-strong subscribers. But out of all the great videos, what were the best and what really made an impact? Which videos got the audience to fall in love with them and made them bigger than ever? Let's dive in and find out which SIDEMEN videos have turned countless people into lifetime fans. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button to be alerted when new videos are posted. For our top 7, the SIDEMEN become parents for 24 hours. With tons of challenges they've gone through, SIDEMEN has finally found fear in their heart. But no, they were not tasked to wrestle with a big croc or a hungry lion. What they are tasked to do is to deal for a whole day with the creature that, it turns out, they fear the most, a baby. For this challenge, they are tasked to be a parent to a cute baby for 24 hours. But don't worry folks, these are not real babies, as real babies wouldn't probably survive on their hands for a whole day. Instead, these are realistic baby dolls used to train people in handling real babies. These dolls are so realistic and act just like how a real baby does. Through this challenge, they had a first-hand experience on daily struggles of parents in taking care of a baby. And indeed, it was a struggle for a tough-blooded SIDEMEN. It was fun to watch them on their clueless moments when they freeze on their tracks or their baby demands something. It received terrific responses from their subscribers and really liked the challenge a lot. One subscriber even commented that it was about time for SIDEMEN to taste a real challenge, and indeed they had. The next one was even wilder. Check this out. Top 6. The SIDEMEN Paintball Hide and Seek. It's a good thing that SIDEMEN had a frustrating childhood of being forced to play a usual and boring game of hide and seek. Let's give them some pat on the back. So, for this challenge, they were determined and crazy enough to put the super in the game we have all enjoyed in our childhood, through their paintball hide and seek. In this adrenaline-pumping game, the basic rule of hide and seek remains, to tag your enemies before they tag you. But the reason this game is much more interesting is they did it on a cooler way, by using paintball guns. What we like about this one is how SIDEMEN prepared so much for the location of the game. The usual paintball games are done on maze-like structures, but in this one, we can see that the site is like a place straight out of a war-torn video game scene. The crashed plane, the blown-up bus and houses, and all other props are totally cool. These frustrated soldiers duked it out and enjoyed tagging their enemies using their paintball guns, which brought a lot of laughs to its viewers. Not only that, complete the Warzone-like feel, they are also made to wear war gear and of course, their paint guns, to make the whole game as exciting as possible. This one is really great. As the game goes, the next one coming really challenges your wits. Top 5. The SIDEMEN Monopoly in real life. If SIDEMEN are not in the mood to take indoor games outside or bring outdoor games inside, then they would probably blow up the board games we usually play in a life-size one. Just like what they did on their Monopoly board game. SIDEMEN's money-making skills are tested in this challenge, and boy, we can see how they hate paying their taxes, just like the most of us. They really took this game to the next level by having a life-size Monopoly board complete with life-size Monopoly pieces, including of course our real-life Mr. Monopoly himself, who enjoyed dictating things with his signature black crane in the middle of the giant Monopoly board. The Monopoly rules remain in this game, and the most interesting part of this game was to see how this well-loved game can be played in a different and hilarious way. Even the cars that can be seen in a Monopoly board game is a detail that wasn't left behind by the Sidemen through their kitty cars. This is an interesting way to reintroduce the board game to the masses, which are now more inclined to play digital games on their phones and tablets. It's a perfect way to resurrect the board game into popularity. Moving away from the game dares, this next video will tickle your curiosity. For our top 4, the Sidemen Escape Room. If our heroic Sidemen are bored wearing their inflatable suits or tagging each other with paintball guns, the next thing they would probably do is lock themselves inside a cramped room and let themselves panic on how to escape from this mess. Just like what they did on this challenge. In this challenge, they were tasked to solve an escape room task. The concept of escape room has been around for years and has entertained countless people because of its simple yet very challenging task: how to escape a locked room. There are a number of items inside a room which can potentially open the locked door, and the challenge is to figure out which of those items can open it. Of course, to add pressure to the dare, the prisoners must open the door before the time runs out. It appears that with all the challenges that the Sidemen have taken, this one is one of the most challenging tasks they ever made. But of course, our heroes have victoriously finished the challenge and they were very proud of it. Not satisfied with the dare, they came with this next one. Top 3. The Sidemen Giant Football Dart. For Sidemen, our usual darts are too boring, so they decided to make not just a minor, but a major twist by transforming the usual darts game into an outdoor game. And with what they've done in this game, boy, they really need to do it outside. For this game, they made a really giant Velcro dartboard, and instead of darts, they have a big tennis ball that they would aim at the dartboard by kicking it. Talk about a dartboard game with a twist. Of course, it's easier to aim a usual dart on a dartboard than kicking a large tennis ball on a Velcro dartboard. But as we all know, our hilarious Sidemen loves these kinds of challenging stuff. As we can see, some of the Sidemen found it hard to aim their big tennis ball on the giant Velcro board. Some even missed hitting the giant board. Some of them managed to stick the ball on the board, and some closely hit the board center, and we can all see that all of them had fun on this very challenging game. With this, we can't help but say, who in their right minds would do such a thing? Well, we have our trusty Sidemen to answer that question. From larger to smaller, this next video is quite creative. For our top number 2, the Sidemen Extreme Mini Golf. If Sidemen were crazy enough to bring an indoor game outside, of course they would also be crazy enough to bring a giant outdoor game and cram it up inside a room. Impossible? Not without our trusty Sidemen. For this game, they decided to bring the wide lawns of a golf course under a shrink ray and bring the game inside a room. But of course, they wouldn't be content on these boring lawns and decided to turn it into challenging track to make their golf game as challenging as possible. On their mini golf challenge, they started with the usual lawn, which is already challenging because of the small golf course size. Their next golf course is shaped like a bowling pin track, in which they need to hit the bowling pins with, yes, you guessed that right, with a golf ball, and our Sidemen find this track really challenging. Next was a golf course that we don't even think exists, an arcade game like golf course. Would you like to try this one? Well, if you ask the Sidemen, they wouldn't be able to answer you because they already enjoying this weird and crazy golf course, and boy, they really had fun with it. The next golf course that they tried was a billiard-shaped golf course, which they found really interesting because, of course, the Sidemen themselves are fans of the pool game. We wonder if Tiger Woods would be interested to drop by and try these weird mini-golf courses. And for our top one, the Sidemen Sumo Olympics. Who in their right minds would happily wear an inflatable sumo suit while running, jumping on hurdles, or play javelin throw? Good thing our legendary Sidemen weren't in their right minds when they started this hilarious competition called the Sidemen Sumo Olympics, which is composed of challenging mini-games like 100-meter hurdles, 100-meter sprint, high jump, and javelin throw. Usually, 100-meter hurdles are too boring to watch, but seeing giant sumo wrestlers jumping hilariously on a 100-meter track with hurdles are obviously more entertaining to watch. It's really challenging for players to jump on those hurdles while wearing their funny sumo suits, but these guys obviously enjoyed their time at the track. Their second game was the 100-meter sprint, in which they also needed to wear their sumo suit while running on the track. It's a highly entertaining game, not just for the players, but for the audience as well, because, well, you know, it's not every day we see a bunch of sumo wrestlers racing it out against each other on a track field. The next was the high jump, which requires the sidemen to make the highest jump possible, again, while wearing their sumo suits. To make it safe for everyone, they are made to jump on an inflatable bed so they will land safely and laughing as they try to beat each other in this game. The height of jump that each player must achieve gradually gets higher with each game level, which makes it harder and harder for our hilarious sidemen to jump with each set of the game. Next was the javelin throw, which is also an interesting game to watch. Just like in the real javelin throw competition, the players are required to throw the javelin throw stick as far as possible, but in the case of sidemen, they should manage to throw it while wearing their crazy sumo suits. It's funny how some sidemen players find it hard to throw their sticks. Some of them only manage to throw their javelin stick just a few meters away from them, which is really funny to watch. They haven't actually created a new game with this one, but they certainly made these usual games a lot more fun by adding a funny and challenging twist through the big inflatable sumo suits. We might have to thank Sidemen's craziness for coming up with these hilarious games that provided endless laughs not only for themselves, but also for their millions of viewers, including us, and keeping our blues away one crazy challenge at a time. Phew! We hope you like the selection of these videos and that you leave us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when our videos are posted. Morongo TV. Motivation, inspiration, fun. Thanks for watching. Please stay in our channel for the next video in the playlist.